fact, I almost wrote a mud based off of Tron.
I don't know. I can't even begin thinking about going into a computer. It's just, for me, I don't know. It immediately descends into cosmic horror. or existential horror, not cosmic.
I forgot my coffee in the other room, so I'll be
No,
right back.
go ahead. I'm still finishing some stuff.
I don't have any coffee, but I don't have time to make it, so.
There's a very clear cutoff point in this dungeon where I stopped preparing.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you're not going to get there.
All right.
It's a very obvious cutoff point that makes a lot of sense. But, there is a possibility where you'll get somewhere, and I'll have to just start reading.
Gotcha.
But I think I am uncommonly well prepared for this dungeon.
I'm looking forward to it.
Alright. Is everyone back?
Doesn't sound like it. Yeah.
I'm back.
You're back? Alright. Roll initiative!
Alright. Good start to the... Oh, that's right, yeah.
Oh, don't roll yet. I have to clear the initiative order. I always forget to do that. You can get a glimpse.
Nope.
I like that for the first time in like 4 weeks, Party 1 is outside of church.
Yeah. Well, they had the same thing with you. You guys were in the church for several sessions.
Right.
About as many, because this time, like, I didn't have that many sessions with them, but I've had a lot of sessions with you. So you've been seeing multiple weeks where we haven't actually had a session, so they haven't moved.
Okay.
And the same happened with them. You guys were not as available, or I can DM you.
Yeah.
For a couple weeks in a row. But that said, you were both in there for a very long time, regardless of the original.
Good grief. And whoa, come here, Veylan. All right. Good lord. Here we go.
Alright. Pretty good initiative. Oh, I gotta roll for guild. Oh my god. I've never seen that before on initiative.
Oh wow.
Did he roll a 1 minus 2?
Mm-hmm.
Gee.
He must have. I don't think he has
Oh.
-3 dexterity. Yeah, he has -2. I did make a centaur character once with. It was a game where we rolled stats, and I got a -3, and I was playing a fighter. I wanted to play a fighter, and I was looking like, what do I put this -3 into? Wisdom, and they make poor decisions. I don't want to do intelligence. Charisma. Oh, I'll play a centaur with -3 dexterity because horse. Jess, you're up. You're prone. You're prone, and you're surrounded by these guys. Your party up the stairs saw you fall and can just barely see you, but they haven't been able to run down yet. This one has they're clearly guards. They have some amount of armor. Light armor on, like pretty cheap, worn chainmail. They all have they all have shields and some one-handed weapon, except for this one, which has a halberd. What would you like to do?
I slide feet first into this room.
Mhm.
Assuming there's a door, I crash through it. If there's
Nope.
not, then I just tumble, spot
Yeah.
everyone just kind of like, ah! And immediately, out of just sheer reaction, throw up Thunder Wave.
All right. Yeah. Would you like to take a step forward or back or something so you can hit more people without... Oh, well, you know what?
No,
It's a 20-foot cube. You could hit 2 of these guys or 2 of these guys. Or is it 15-foot cube?
I would say the closest one's near me if that's possible.
You'd have to take a step away, like to hit both of them and not yourself.
I will do that.
If
it's possible, I will try to like scramble backward, crab walk back up the stairs
Yes.
a little bit,
yes, absolutely. And you can
and just be like, blam, right there or something. Kaboom.
I think the area is just small enough, but with something like this, I usually, or I think it's just too small. But I think I'm gonna let it.
And
I
that
don't like.
immediately alerts the entire temple.
It's pretty loud. Yeah. Yeah. It's quite an entrance. All right, so it's a Constitution save.
Yeah.
I didn't have my dice.
Yes.
It's a fail. Success. Fail. Success.
Alright, so
So it's a
fails get pushed back
Ugh.
10 feet and take full damage, as well as any unsecured objects.
success. Ugh. Oh wait, no, this one. Oh right. I saved for 4 of them, but only 2 of them got hit. So yeah, okay. So it was a fail and success.
Alright.
So 7 damage on this one. Falls back against the person holding the halberd, not impaled. 3 damage to that one. All right, Braun. Oh, is that the end of your turn, or are you?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Okay. I'm assuming
Aside
it's-
from marking off a spell slot.
All right. Which side of the hall there?
I will hug the left-hand side here.
Braun.
Okay. I will. I will squeeze by Wellen and Gil here, having heard the thunder crack of Jaska. I scramble down the stairs here. 30 feet, I think I only make it like this far. And I'll just take the dodge act. Is it light down here? Like, are these? Is there some
It's
light?
dim light down.
Okay.
Though there's light coming from above, but there's no. You do see a lantern over here against the wall, but it's put out.
Okay.
All right, Wayland.
She's gonna pick up and scramble down right after Braun.
All right.
Probably not be able to see anything at the moment, but
Yeah, she
Yeah,
could
what
squeeze
the-
through if she wanted.
hiss, what in the
With-
world did you do? And
If she wanted to, she could squeeze by with a dash action, but she wouldn't have any action on the other side.
yeah, I'll leave her alone right there.
All right. The guards. This one's gonna run in here. Yeah, you're fighting uphill on the stairs now, or downhill. Sorry. The one with the sword and shield comes up here. This one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, runs all the way right there. Um, 6. This one. What was that one? Did I do the walking thing right? Did he walk there?
Oh, I didn't notice.
Okay. I'm gonna try it again. Boom. Boom.
Yeah.
Did she walk?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So this one's running in this direction. The one that's the most hurt. She's gonna stand there, put both of her hands above her head, and bring that halberd over the top of the other cultist.
Mhm.
Oh, you know what? He's right. It's uphill. She'll go here, because that's easier since it's uphill. She'll stick it between the two of them. So now is the time that I want. Okay. So I think it's D6 damage for everyone except for. No. Sword damage. Okay. I made this very confusing. All right. So spear against brawn. That's a miss. Sword against Jasper. Oops, I rolled empty. Miss. Halberd against Jasper. What's your armor class?
14.
Hit.
All right.
So that's a D10. Ooh. Plus 0. 10 damage. 10 slashing damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, one of the hooked pieces of this halberd catches you. Like a I don't know, something that pinches you. You get pinched accidentally and that hurts. I was trying to think of something where that happens, but I couldn't.
Yep.
Alright. Oh, and it's this one. Gil, Ramir. 1, 2, 3. He'll help with a cantrip, sure. He has a pretty good line of sight because he's up at the top of the stairs.
Cool.
He'll shoot it. He'll make a fire if he undoes the halberd. Whoever. He needs to make it to the stairs. That's a fail. This is. Oh, God. 2 fireball. I rolled snake eyes.
So he
That's
has
good.
terrible initiative and terrible damage.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and morph. I'll go ahead and take a black bear at this point, just because then I don't have to
Size.
squeeze back behind anybody. That was a good place to put him. I'll just nudge him right there.
No, I'll put him up in the top.
All right.
I'll retrieve him for you.
All right. And
I'll resize the building also.
what?
I'm not pinging for you. I was just it does that when I drag and when I hover in one place too long.
Okay.
And you still have your action.
Yep. And I will immediately pounce on the guy closest to Braun.
All right, he's got a shield and a spear. The shield's facing.
Is the entire action multi-attack? Does that count?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. just
Do
pounce
you have
on
the
him.
multi-attack?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do.
All right. That definitely hits.
And
8.
We'll go for another. Yeah, same.
11 does not.
All right.
Ron.
All right. Okay. Seeing that the Jaska turned into a bear and slashed the guy that was hitting me, I'm gonna do the same with a firebolt towards the guy that just got slashed.
You'll have disadvantage because it's. Or are you attacking the spear? Yeah? Which one are you attacking?
The one directly in front of and below me.
Okay, so he's in melee with you, so you'll have disadvantage. 14 does not hit.
Okay. All right. I'm not gonna move out of range, so.
Right. Waylon.
Waylon. Man, okay. Reach 5 feet. I'm gonna.
Yeah. No, she doesn't. She doesn't do a lot. She does. She does.
Yeah, I'm gonna just move her right here so she is within range.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's small, so she could squeeze through if she needed to. But also then just hit with that.
That hits. That gift that I sent is relevant again because it he falls down. Does she continue moving, or is it?
That'll be it for that one. She's bracing herself against a giant bear.
Yeah. All right.
Notice how easy it is to fall down the stairs.
What's the bear's armor class?
I believe 12, but I need to double.
12.
I need to double check. No, it's 10. Sorry.
Okay, then that just hits.
All right.
I rolled a 10. I rolled an 8 plus 2.
I think it's brown bear that's 12.
Yeah. The sword. That's 4 damage.
All right.
From the sword. From the halberd. Let's say 11 to hit, so that hits 2. Bear takes 7 damage from the halberd. This one's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bill will. Yeah, should have been in the future. Fail the dex save. That's better. 6 fire damage to the one wielding the halberd. Whoops. Jasker.
Yep. I'm gonna take on the guy that's closest to me.
All right.
At least for the first attack. That's not the bear's. He's gonna lean up and try to chomp on the guy's head. For 4. And then he's going to lumber down between these two guys and try to land a hit on the southmost guy as well.
Alright, yeah, she looks real hurt.
With his claws. 15?
15 hits, because she doesn't have a shield.
Alright.
Very good. Is that the end of your movement?
That is it.
All right. Run.
Sorry. I'm gonna fireball the one remaining guy here. Sorry, not fireball. I don't have fireball.
Fireball.
Yeah.
That hits.
And then I'm gonna back up a little bit behind Welland. Oh, okay. What?
Weren't there 4 in here?
Yeah, 1-1 run on this one.
Oh, great.
Because he took almost all of his health in the first round,
I see.
and everybody else took damage too, so it was a bit intimidating. Yeah, they're all down. You hear running in this direction.
Yep.
And then
Jasper, can you smell which way they went?
Yeah, actually I can. I have advantage on perception
Oh, yeah.
checks that rely on smell.
yeah,
so
make a perception check with advantage.
go with that. 17.
You can smell more humans in this direction.
At your words, Braun, I'll sniff the air and then lumber over the bodies. And actually, how far can I go?
Pretty far. You can go like 40 feet, right?
Yeah, something like that. I'll start heading this way.
All right.
That would be about 35, I think.
Yeah. I'll
Estimated.
say we, while we kind of skip ahead to like Jasper's initiative, what's everybody else doing? You have like 1 time and stuff.
I'm going to I'm going to pull Willow out of my sleeve and ask Willow if he'll follow the bear around so that I can kind of see what's happening with.
All right. You can put a wall. I'll probably have to shrink it down a little bit. I tried to blow this map up enough that I wouldn't have to shrink it.
And then I guess on my movement, I'm just going to move as far as I can in the direction that the bear is going.
Alright.
The bear is quite a bit faster than me, but
yeah. You continue running, Jaskra, and when you round this corner, you see several humans. They're all, these 3 are all wielding a spear and a shield, but no armor.
Okay.
Like clothes, but no armor.
Yep.
So it's your turn again.
My turn. All right. Bloodlust.
This one actually would have moved here. You can tell that these ones are all standing at the ready.
Yep.
They saw you, or saw and heard you.
I'll lumber forward,
All right.
Up
This
onto
one
my.
was holding an attack roll for somebody coming
Okay.
to melee. She misses. He was taking the dodge action, so make your attack with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. That's not a brown bear, by the way.
You're also in very dim light right now, so you actually would have a disadvantage anyway,
10.
as would they.
And then I'll try.
No, you know what? This one grabbed a lantern because they would have had a light source in there. So,
All right.
so she grabbed it. Actually, we'll just around. All right, so that's a 5 and an 11. Neither one hits.
Yep.
Ron, you hear bear sounds and people sounds. Oh, and Willow can see all of this.
Okay.
I forgot about Willow.
Alright, so yeah, Willow is relaying this to me. Okay. I shout to the no, I say to the others that there's more of them, and then I dash over this way, getting a line of sight on that group. And I say,
You wouldn't have actually had to dash to get there. You'd have enough movement. Oh,
what-
you didn't mean a literal dash action.
no, sorry, no.
It's okay.
Weighing on to, man,
You see that he's fighting someone up here, but you can't really see them.
yeah,
They're tucked by the wall and there. But you see a couple spear wielding cultists.
okay.
And a light source coming from this direction.
Yeah. I think we're still gonna try to be stealthy here, so I'm just going to firebolt the this guy here. The one that's south up there.
This one. That's good. You're conserving spells.
I was thinking about doing a shatter and hitting everyone and
Right.
apologizing to Jasper later, but
12 hits.
6 damage.
Very good. I'll shrink the low just a little bit.
Thank you.
Alright, Waylon,
Waylon.
she's just gonna run over.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4,
30.
5, 6. She can get like here, right next to Ron. As Gil will never get here. It's just not gonna happen. Alright, yeah. This one doesn't really have anything to do, so it's just gonna hold. Oh, she's actually gonna step over here to make way for the archers. They're going to get out their little crossbows and fire 2 shots at the bear. Miss, miss, 2 threes. The spears. Roll, rolling +2 that hits, and an 8 + 2 is a 10, so that still hits, right?
Yes.
Alright, so you take 2d6 damage. It's
Oh,
3
man.
and 6. You take 9 piercing damage. Oh, and the one with the axe is going to try to attack you also. Miss.
All right.
Heal. Boom, 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 boom. That's his dash. Jasper.
Since no one's no longer dodging anymore, I'm gonna still go after the guy that I missed twice. You said there's a lantern.
You no longer have disadvantage because he's not dashing, or he's not dodging.
Right, and there's someone with a lantern that's providing light.
Yeah.
All right, pin him up against the wall.
Hit.
And we'll take 9.
Yeah, you smush him against the wall.
Yep, and then I'll roundhouse this top guy.
Yeah.
Maybe with a hind leg. Ooh, that'd be cool. Hind claw. Sort of do a Chuck Norris on him.
Alright, 16.
Ooh.
Cool. Ron.
I have a GM question. If I cast mage armor on the bear, would it keep coming back when he transforms into animal form? Obviously, it wouldn't apply when he's wearing armor as a human.
Right. Good question. It's a good question. Because he's still Jasper the whole time. So, like, theoretically, it would be active while he's a human, or while he's a half-elf. One creature isn't wearing armor. It's equals 13 plus its dexterity modifier. Yeah, sure. It's teamwork. It's not too powerful. I like it. It'll undo any. The only problem I'm foreseeing is natural armor.
Okay,
if
so
an animal has natural armor, then it won't apply. But I don't think the bear does, so it would just be.
That's fine. Yep.
13 plus dexterity.
That's a fair ruling. All right.
It would either like not stack with natural armor, and it would just be 13 plus dex, but I think that because it specifically says it doesn't work if you're wearing armor, it's not just whichever is higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That is awesome. I'm gonna send Willow out to kind of perch on the bear's shoulder. And then, as my action through Willow, as a touch spell, doing the mage armor onto Jasper the bear.
Yeah. Does the bear have natural armor, Jasper?
I
mean, it has an AC of 10, so I'm guessing.
Nothing that like.
Yeah. Is its AC 10 or 11?
AC is just 10.
Or sorry, its dexterity is a 10.
Oh, 10. His
okay, so yeah, so no natural armor. I think the brown bear has 1 natural armor, but black bear does. So good turn. So your armor class is now 13.
Sweet.
Waylon.
I'll just keep that in mind. No need to change the sheet.
Your dire wolf will also be affected by that.
Yep.
Not your brown bear.
Okay. Waylon will kind of sneak over to this wall, land there, and then reach around, or
Yeah.
maybe do a little swing around the corner and try to hit the guy
All right.
closest to her.
Yeah.
Bam. And it misses.
10 does not hit, because these two have shields.
Yes.
So, no, that's a miss. This one will poke right back with a 16 plus 2, or 16 plus 2, so that actually hits. Waylon will take 1 piercing damage.
Alright.
Bear will not.
I wish the bear was taking 1 piercing damage.
The archers. 1, 6. Yeah, they both miss.
Alright.
This one. Oh, well, you can technically move through, but nah, I'm not gonna do it. Yeah, she's just gonna hover here and just hold them attack. You don't know that. Gil. He has line of sight now, so he'll use a cantrip. The South cultist will make a dex save. Success. It's 8. 4. That's all his movement. He would step out of your way, Ron, but he literally can't. Yes, Bear.
Yep.
He's shorter than you.
The bloodlust does not decrease or diminish in any sense. And I seem to be editing this sheet rather than using it. I'm gonna bite this guy in the face. Yeah. And then bring my front claw up under his chin and try to
No need.
take off his head.
No need.
Yeah.
The first one was enough. In fact, you could make another attack against something else if you want to.
Huh.
I'll let that attack stand. The second one, if you use it on someone else.
Yeah.
You force it.
Come, Willow. And I rush over. I don't. Do we see this person in the south doorway?
You saw them go there, yeah.
Are they just hiding there in a corner or something?
They've got their shield and spear poking out of the doorway, ready to fight.
All right. Well, I'll swat the spear aside, and then just barrel into them. And rake my claw
They
down.
get to make an attack that they were holding. That's a 13 plus 2, so that hits.
Yep.
So 1d6. 1 piercing damage to the bear.
I'm holding on by a thread.
It's a 1d6 plus 0, so yeah.
Oh man.
These guys are well outfitted, but not well trained. So yeah, you already made the attack, right? So
Yes.
that's 9. That's exactly as much health as they have. So
9 or 6? Oh, sorry,
Huh?
9. Yeah, you're right.
yeah. This is a small like bunk room with two bunk beds and a desk. Do they have bunk beds? How old are bunk beds?
I'm sure they had bunk beds.
They fight over the top one regularly.
Yeah, they exist. Yeah, what am I talking about? Ships existed. Yeah, alright, so that's the end of your turn. Ron. You see no more cultists.
Okay,
But
I'm going.
you know there were arrows. Or
Yeah,
bolts flying.
I'm gonna move over here.
Now you have line of sight.
I'm gonna see the brown bear hindquarters poking out of the door. and shout down to Jaska, "Leave one alive! I want to interrogate it!" And then I'll shoot a firebolt down at one of the archers down there.
All right.
Just so you know, I have a -4 in intelligence.
You keep your own intelligence.
I know.
Give me that firebolt.
The north.
Ooh, that hits. North one. That hurt.
Whippersnapper!
Waylon.
Waylon does hear Braun's plea for at least a little bit of, she will not be able to get up in range, but
She can get here,
I'm
but
gonna-
she could dash the rest of the
I'm
way.
going to align her with Jaskra,
Okay.
pull back her short bow, and try to take out the
Ooh, I forgot she had the.
take out the guy. Yeah.
Go for it.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a lantern on its side in this room now, casting light.
It just goes through his
Yeah, that's
hood,
a miss.
pins it to the wall. She kind of works out her
It
shoulder.
keeps, it
She's
keeps,
not used to
it
this
keeps
kind
going
of.
for a while down this hallway. These two archers. This one will back up and frustratedly bang on this door some more. While the other one takes a shot at the bear, because the bear's still 10 plus 2. Wait, no, that's a 12. It doesn't hit.
Not with Willow's blessing.
Yeah. All right. Then this one will. This one will continue. Down that way. Go.
He's got line of sight, sort of.
It does. Might be just out of range. He doesn't have a deep range.
If a black bear picks itself up and kind of throws its arms against the wall and tries to flatten out, it doesn't work.
You can literally go in that side chamber.
True, but I didn't hold a movement or something like that.
Sorry. I'm looking up something. Yeah, no, his cantrip has a 60-foot range, so he can't use it right now. So he'll he'll dash up there. Jasper.
Yep. Oh man, 40. Do I want to? Okay. So it's gonna waste an action. I'm actually gonna stay here.
Okay. Like outside of the doorway or inside the doorway?
Actually, that's a good point. I'll duck inside the doorway to let Gil by
Okay.
and everybody else.
Alright.
Just because I can't make that distance
Yeah.
and I don't have ranged attacks. So,
Braun.
Alright. Gonna come up even with Wellen here and once again try to hit the northernmost archer down there.
Alright. Good choice.
11?
Yeah. 1 health. Oh, what's funny is that would have killed either of them, but
man.
I mean, no, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, well, it could matter.
I mean, one less enemy is better than 2
Yeah,
wounded
I guess the fucked up thing about D&D is that even these fights could kill you.
Yep.
If that's the end of your turn,
Yes.
Willen.
Wellen.
She
pulls back her bow,
squares.
looks over to Braun, and is like, "Oh, you wanted to save one, right?
Yeah.
All right, let's see if I can."
Oh, right.
Dang, she can't really
With a bow, I would say if you're trying to go non-lethal and you bring it to 0 hit points, I'm gonna need like some kind of check to make it non-lethal.
Sure, she'll give it her best shot, but
that's definitely a hit.
And it froze 3.
3. We'll fire back. He will fire back. With a 10 that hits nobody. I actually forgot to decide who I was shooting at first, but it doesn't matter. And I'll duck back here. Because I'm gonna pop out here, pop out of the door, holding a club.
I was thinking Indiana Jones level scimitar.
And then he'll look here and go right back in, just like brace the doorway on the inside. Still ready to fight, but just like, oh god, I need to strategize here. No, you know what? He's gonna run to the other side and brace this doorway. Just kind of push it open. So it was already partly open. Oops. Alright. Gil. I don't know if you can do. Can you use the help action for attack rolls? Action 5. Help action. Oh. When you're entering help action, you can get it under this ability check. That's okay. So you can't do that. So I guess we'll just stay out of the way. Yeah. He'll just hold a cantrip. Oh, you know what? He wants to get within 60 feet of that archer. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So he'll squeeze by you two. Use my ears. And he'll go. Oh, he actually kicked her over. So he's right in front of Wayland, but she can squeeze through also. He's just holding out his hand, preparing a create bonfire for this square right here. If someone steps into it.
Cool. All right.
Dashka. Because the thing about his cantrip is you don't actually target a creature, you target a space. It usually occupies a creature. Or has a creature occupied.
Jasker's gonna push his way back out and run down the hallway, skid to a stop, realize there was somebody in this doorway, and duck back and try to attack him.
You're... Alright, so you're on this side of the hallway, right?
Yeah.
The whole time. So he'll get an attack roll against you. The other two won't, because you're not in range.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that's an 18. Take one bludgeoning damage from his club, which I believe is enough.
That is enough to just get rid of him, and I turn back into an half-elf.
Alright, let me give you your token then. Why are you missing so much health? What happened? Oh, because you got attacked in the first round, didn't you?
Yep.
And you fell down the stairs. Alright.
Oh, yeah.
But you still have your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up something. I don't know what yet. I'll spin around on my toes and just see who's around.
Oh yeah, that makes it.
Not exactly.
The door's open on both sides.
All right.
This reveal tool is glitching out. In fact, in a minute I'm going to refresh. Roll 20. Like every time I open it, it starts hiding areas instead, even though it's clearly selected. It has the eyeball. Like the eyeball is selected. But yeah, you see 3 around you. And this one is just around the corner. These two are both holding. One has a spear, the other has just a short sword, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to. There's enough weapons that do 1d6 damage that I can usually just play around, giving them a bunch of mismatched weapons and not have to worry too much about damage dice.
Sure.
So I just have to remember to give them a d6 weapon. Yeah, to be fair, I could give him a halberd and just say, "Oh, it's a shitty halberd, so it does 1d6."
Yeah.
And it's short, so it doesn't have reach.
Okay. I clasp my hands together, and in it appears a blade of flames. And I'll just advance on this guy.
Big guns.
It was 5 on that one, I think. Was what we had agreed on for the...
Yeah, it's plus your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Alright.
15 hits. These ones have no armor and no shields.
2d6, was it? I don't remember what we had agreed on.
3d6.
He's gonna cook.
Yeah, I like, you have to roll really low to not. Oh, well, that's as much help as it has, so. Yeah.
Let there be light, I say.
There is more light in this area.
Oh, okay.
Well, now that you cast it. You're casting. What is it? It says a 10-foot radius of bright light and in addition bright dim light for you. Alright. Ron.
Alright, I'm gonna mentally ask Willow if he'll move down this corridor and eventually scope out what down this T-junction here. But for the moment, he can only fly up.
Oh, yeah, I see. So right here?
Yeah, like level with Jasper.
Yeah. I don't usually do this, but it is flying right in front of the doorway with these 2 jumpy cultists who are ready to attack anything that comes by.
Okay.
I'm going to say at least one of them gets an attack roll against them. Maybe one of them an attack roll against Willow. What's Willow's AC?
Probably 10. Let me check.
So 15. Willow's AC is 11.
11.
So it's a 15. 4 points of damage. I'm afraid the one with the short sword just whacks Willow with the flat side, like swatting a bug out of the air.
Okay.
Willow poofs into a puff of multicolored smoke.
Willow!
You hear a distant voice fading into the ether. It's cool.
Ah. Okay. I'm gonna move until I have line of sight on the guy that hit Willow, and I'm gonna hit him with a magic missile.
All right. Get that D20 ready.
Actually, can I divide? I'm gonna divide it up. 2 magic missiles with the guy that hit Willow.
Okay. You're casting this at second level? Two to this one, 1 to the other.
One to the other guy.
Alright, so that's 7 to this one, 2 to the other. Alright. Well, this one looks the one that hit Will looks pretty good.
Excuse me, she says, walking around
Yep.
Gil and then weaving past Braun as well. And then she'll back up against him and take another shot.
Alright.
Blam.
At who?
Ooh.
Which one?
This left one.
Left one. Alright. Good shot. Just getting the hang of it. This one will run out and try to spear Jaskra. It's a 14 plus 2.
Would hit.
2 piercing. This one will pop out and take a shot at Jaskra at the same time. Yay! It has to make a dexterity saving throw. Fail. So 1 shot at Jaskra, but just 1 piercing damage. And then he takes 6 fire damage, which is exactly how much I Gil will no, he can get over. Yeah, he'll make that one make a dex save as well. Fail. 3 fire damage. Bad roll. Jaskra.
I'd learned turn back. You wanted to save one, right?
If possible.
I am going to try to disarm this guy.
Okay.
Just like take away his weaponry and grab him by the scruff of the neck and drag him back
All
down
right.
the tunnel.
Make a grapple check.
Sure. Is that strength on my part or dexterity?
Yeah, athletics for you or strength if you don't have athletics. He gets to choose to use strength. He actually rolled really good. No, you grab a hold of the spear and wrestle with it for a bit, but you don't have a hold of it.
Okay.
Run.
I think I'm just going to dogpile the guy. I'm also going to try and grapple the...
Okay. I'll give you advantage. I feel like consecutive grappling checks actually would become more likely to succeed. Usually like pile-on checks like that get harder, but this one seems like it would just get easier. So, yeah. Give you advantage. No, you know what? No, don't take advantage. He'll have disadvantage. That makes more sense.
Okay.
So just roll your athletics. Strength. You're a player character, so you have athletics on your sheet, whether you're proficient or not. You don't have much to beat. Just got to beat an 8. Yeah, okay. So you don't have the spear out of his grasp, but you've grappled him to the point where it's going to be hard for him to hurt anybody with that spear, and he can't move.
Okay.
And you have more hands on the spear than he does at this point. Like you've got 3 hands on the spear, and 1 grabbing him. He's got his hands on the spear, but he can't do much with it right now. You're pinning him against the wall, the both of you. If I can remember you guys to better represent that. In this, you have a moment outside of initiative to do what you're going to do. What do you do? What do you say? You have him pinned. He's still fighting with the spear, but he's like paused for a moment because he realizes you're not trying to kill him in this instant. It's a fairly young human man. He looks like maybe a farming family or something. He doesn't look too doesn't seem like a warrior type. You've never seen him before. He's just kind of got this wild look in his eyes, but he's slowly calming down a little bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, do you really want to do this? Do you really want to fight us? Calm down. Let's just talk.
He looks a little bit confused. What?
You're young. Look at how many other people have died in this minute. Do you really want to fight us?
He looks around for a minute.
I gestured to all the bodies littering the hallway behind us and in front of us.
Explictica Defilus demands it! And he starts fighting back some more and just trying to stab at the both of you.
Don't leave me out of anything!
Both of you make another grapple check.
Okay. Hang on.
He rolled a 16. Ooh. But Braun still pushes him back against the wall.
Yeah, I don't.
You jump back for a moment, Jasper. You were startled by the movement, but then you go back. And hold on to him again.
Oh, do me again? Jasper, you mean?
Well, no. I'm not telling you to do another check. I said you jumped back because you were startled by the movement, but then you get a hold of yourself and grab a hold of him again.
Yeah, Waylon is like, "Don't leave me out of this," and she rushes in to try to shove him up against the wall as well. But of course, she's super short, so she probably just fails outright.
Well, she'll get another chance to try to catch him if he tries to escape again.
Yep.
He just starts laughing, and he's like, just do it, just get it done, or die. You'll die down here, all of you.
Jasper, you got rope, don't you?
Probably. Yes, I do. It's this thick, scratchy hemp rope.
Perfect.
10 feet of it, even. I back up, just kind of uncoil it in one smooth motion.
You start doing that, and he's going to try to escape again.
Okay. Okay.
I need Braun and Waylon to make grapple checks, not Jasper.
Uh-huh.
He's fiddling with the rope.
Wayland's.
Gotta be a 10.
3.
Did Jasper just make this check, or is this?
No, that was Wayland's.
That was Wayland's.
The 15. Oh, the 15 was what? No. What about the 15?
15 was me. That was Braun.
Okay, just now?
Yep.
Not from before? Okay, so you keep a hold of it.
Wayland will grab
you
the
get
end of the rope, and Jaskra will kind of do a little dance around the guy.
All right. So he tried to escape while you were getting the rope ready. Now that you're preparing to tie him up, he's going to make another escape attempt. I need Braun and either Jaskra or Waylon, whoever you prefer, to make a grapple check.
Hold up! Waylon is holding one end of the rope and puts her elbow up against the guy's neck.
Yeah. Roll a 17.
20.
Oh.
Somehow she manages to reach up and hold her elbow against his neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't Braun this time. It was Waylon.
All right. So Jaskra, with advantage because everyone's helping you, make a survival check to tie this guy up properly.
All right.
All right. Yeah, you managed to tie his hands and feet pretty good. He's not like tied, but like you got him to the point where he can't walk effectively. He can still move, but if you lock him in a room, there's nothing he's gonna be able to do. He can't really stand up for more than a few seconds.
Right.
He just starts muttering things about expecting files.
Yep. I'm kind of annoyed at that, so I'll take the last bit of rope and just kind of clamp it in his teeth and tie it around the back of his head.
Okay.
Gag him.
All right. All right. What are you doing with him in the meantime?
Waylon looks to Braun. Anything else you wanted to ask him or get from him?
These doors do have locks on them, by the
Mhm.
way. They're
Right.
just not all unlocked currently.
Right.
Okay.
Because I'm going to just drag him into here and shut him in. Unless you want him to die, that can happen too.
I mean, I'm ambivalent whether we eventually kill him or not, but I do want information out of him. Jaskra, what's it?
I just went.
Jaskra,
Mm-hmm.
why don't you question him? I'm gonna go.
I don't know what to ask him. You're the one that wanted him alive. It was holding back to not maul his face off when I was a bear. That one time.
Okay. Well, we want to know, I think, how many guards are here, what their forces are, and then maybe where their leader is.
Jasper, make a perception check.
Yep.
What's your face?
Perception. I'm good at that.
Some things you were just kind of absent-mindedly, like thinking about what to ask and having this conversation.
Mm-hmm.
and there's this odd kind of shimmer in the hallway behind Gil. He doesn't notice. He's just kind of leaning against the wall, watching you guys argue.
I look down at Waylon, making sure she's still got a hold of this guy, and quick turn my head to look. And see
There's just an odd. Something's reflecting kind of the light coming from this hallway. Just this odd kind of shimmer behind you. You're not sure what it is. It's almost like there's a gossamer kind of curtain or a sheet of plastic wrap strung over the hallway. It's weird. Gil kind of, because you're looking behind him, he kind of like glances too, but doesn't see anything when he looks back.
Yep.
What?
Oh, you're behind Gil then, like around here or something.
Something over this way, yeah.
All
Like right behind him.
I'll kind of glare thoughtfully. And I can't get over there.
And Gil turns around and he's like, "What the hell?" And then suddenly, he lifts off the ground a little bit. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. He fails. Gil is inside of a gelatinous cube.
Jasper will leap
Roll
down.
initiative.
Yeah, okay, hang on. I'm right in the middle of moving people. Okay.
Oh, it's 420.
Hey. That's 1420.
Oh, right.
Oh, nice. Waylon.
Did I clear initiative from last time? I did not. But that's okay, because it seems to be really well done. Try to kill that a little better. I can't imagine this cube is getting rolled. I closed the cube sheet.
So it is almost a transparent cube?
Yeah,
It's not like-
it's pretty...
It's not like
Yeah.
slime green where we can actually see it coming, or...
When the cube is in plain sight, it takes a successful DC 15 Wisdom Perception check to spot a cube that has neither moved nor attacked. Creature that tries to yeah.
Wow.
And you succeeded, but it wasn't moving. So you've never fought a gelatinous cube before. So in fact, I actually meant to mention that the floor of this dungeon was very clean.
Oh.
It's wet from like all the damp, all the moisture. So in this area, it's really. All right, is that everyone? Everyone's rolled.
I believe so.
All right, Waylon. Waylon's not sure what's happening, but Gil is being lifted off the ground by what you can now definitely see is a large gelatinous cube, though you may not know what that creature is. It appears to be literally a gelatinous cube. So,
A cube of molten horse hooves. Okay. She doesn't really know what to do for sure, but she will say, what in the world? Shake her head, never mind, and she grabs this guy and hustles him into this room.
Alright.
Pushes him into the corner and ducks back out, I would assume, and then closes the door. I don't know if it's got the key or something like that, but
A lot of movement.
Yeah, she doesn't really. At that point, she doesn't really know like where the key is. It does have a keyhole, but
All right.
you'd need to look for that.
Nah, let's just close it.
Yeah.
And then worry about it later.
That was. Yeah, she'd use all her movement to do that, but she can do it. I'd say she doesn't really have an action after doing that.
No, I like nothing like river spirits to communicate with the cube or something like
she can like get her bow ready, but she can't.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Jaskra, seeing this shimmer.
Oh, does Gil take any damage?
Yep.
Yeah, immediately he takes it.
Gonna go right there. I'm thinking, just for the sake of performance. Oh golly, that's big.
Ooh, yeah.
Bonk
That's
into
quite
an
big.
alligator, and then try to like rush in and shear off one side of the cube.
Yeah.
Yep.
And people like the crocodile is not spherical. Like you can still, I'm gonna say creatures can still get by it, just because it's like it's long.
Right.
Like an eight might actually hit it. An 8 hits.
Oh. Excellent.
This is the lowest AC I've seen since that. The only lower AC I've ever seen is that mushroom.
Yep.
That screaming mushroom in the tunnels.
Oh yeah.
That thing had an AC of 5. 7. Well, I don't think this thing could be grappled. Condition immunities. Grappled is not among the condition immunities. What the fuck? Who's cute? Wait. This thing can't be grappled. Come on. No. You bite through it. You take a literal bite out of it. No, you don't grapple it. Nope. Sorry. I'm giving it a condition immunity.
Nah, just feel free to ignore the grapple. That's
Yeah. Alright, but it does take 7 piercing damage.
Alright.
It does not taste good. Your tongue starts to go a little numb, but you spit it out.
Jello.
Yeah. Braun.
I'm seeing this thing. I'm really nervous about this huge blob that fills up the corridor here. I'm not having much hope. I'm gonna try a firebolt at it and see how it reacts. I was very in shock that Gil was just swept up by.
Yeah. Nine fire damage. Alright, sorry, I'm just reading something. Sorry, that was 9 fire damage. Yeah. Every time you hit it with something, the whole thing kind of jiggles.
There's no hope. Run for our lives.
Gil's turn. He has a way out, but it's his big spell. It's his biggest spell. So. Is he gonna do anything before that? Because he knows he can't escape. Probably his own strength. He's a -2 stun. Oh right, no, and he can't breathe, so he won't be able to use verbal components. So yeah, he's going to use he has air in his mouth, and he is going to use that to cast his 4th level spell, Dimension Door, and appear over here. He could appear anywhere within 500 feet, but he's gonna appear here.
Well then.
Yeah. Because I was doing the math there, I was like, no, he's gonna wait a few turns to do Dimension Door. If he doesn't use it now, he can't use it. Because I wouldn't allow him to, because he would have a mouthful of goo. I mean, there's no rule in the book for that, but that's how I usually do like casting spells underwater. So yeah, he teleports there, and that's his turn. I'm gonna say he's prone. It's because he teleported out of floating. So he's used his 4th level spell. The cube. Enters a large or smaller creature's space. So you're a large creature, right? Crocodile. Yeah. It's gonna move forward a little bit, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw. With the crocodile's dexterity. Nope. You are partially in the cube.
Yep.
You take 8 acid damage.
Alright.
Can it also use a suitable... Yeah, it can also attack you with its little... its smooth cube-like surface separates into... You know how like an octopus's skin can be smooth, but then it pinches itself into all these little protrusions?
Right.
That's what this thing's skin does. A bunch of little arms ooze out of its smooth surface and try to grab at whatever part of you isn't in the cube. That's a 7 plus 4, so...
That misses. I have 12.
Yeah. So yeah, it doesn't include that.
But I'm not going to suffocate like Gil was going to, because I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Right, that's true. Yeah. So its turn.
Is it obvious that like this thing is here and swallowing things?
I mean, it's swallowing you.
Right, but given its transparency, is it just
yeah? She can clearly see it now.
All right.
Before it was like deliberately clinging to the walls and remaining flat and stationary, but now it's moving a lot, so she can see its outline. The light reflecting off it.
To avoid risking hitting Jaskra, I am going to say she's going to get out her knife. Assuming she's still got the knife. I don't see the knife. There it is. And just try to melee it.
She can't... Well, she could get up there, but she'll then have to leave she can't end her turn sharing the same square as you. So she would have to run up, attack, and then leave its range, and go back here without making a she'd take an opportunity attack.
Good point.
So it's very difficult for her to get a melee strike on this thing.
Yeah, let's just say she rushes in, sees that there's really no room to get in, and doesn't want to risk anything, kind of rushes forward again, kind of backs up again. Gets out the bow. Makes it easy on herself.
Hit. It's like ballistic gel. The arrow goes in and slowly stops. And just floats there.
Right. Jasker's gonna death roll inside,
right.
kind of an inside out.
Yeah. yeah. It's a very strange sight.
It's like as he's rolling, the corners kind of shear themselves off, and it starts spinning.
Yeah.
He basically starts turning it on a imaginary lathe with his entire body.
You're doing a lot of damage. Ron. You are actually, I think you are restrained while you're partly inside the thing, but you would have hit even if you had disadvantage. Well, I'll look to see if you are restrained. Yep, so you are restrained, so in the future, remember, you'll have disadvantage on attack rolls, but you still hit, regardless. Bronco.
Okay, I guess we're hitting this thing. Hit it with another firebolt. Leave my friend alone.
13 hits.
Oh, and then actually I'm gonna move back and say, Gil, you got out, and kind of help him up.
Right. Alright. Yeah. Each hit you guys are doing just shears a section off of this thing. And it just lands lifeless in the hall behind. But there's just so much volume of gelatin in this thing's body, but it's still able to keep a hold of Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
And it is Gil's turn, so that's cool. Yeah, you help him up and he's like, thank you. Ah, it's a shame. Lamenting his 4th level spell slot. I'll come over here and he'll have to end his turn there. He will. Again, knowing this thing is not particularly dexterous, he's gonna use his cantrip. Fail. Wow, 8 fire damage. The cube. Now, Jeskra, you can feel immediately why Gildemir was so quick to get out of this thing, because you take 6d6 acid damage.
Okay.
You know what, I'm not going to roll that, I'm going to roll it in. Oh, I forgot to whisper rolls. I'm just rolling this because it does 3d6, and so I'll just double it up here. That first one, since it was a crit, it rolled twice, so I'll take 14 plus 6 is 20. So you take 20 acid damage, which I think knocks you out of.
That's going to be 9 off of Jasper.
I'm going to be kind and say you're no longer restrained. I'm going to say you appear outside of the cube.
All right.
Because you were partially in it, but you're still within melee of it. All right. The crocodile took 11 damage, which means you take 9.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ah.
And the cube is going to attempt to engulf you.
Oh, great.
So you need to make a dex save.
Yep. Not that good at those.
That's a success. So you can choose to be pushed away.
Mm-hmm.
You can choose to be pushed back here.
Yep.
To the cube. Next is way forward. And you know what's really annoying? It didn't even use its action yet, so it still gets to...
It what?
Didn't even use its action yet, so it still gets to attack. It's going to use its pseudopod attack at Waylon. 7. That isn't it.
No.
Yeah, that's the end of its turn. Jaskra.
Jasker or Waylon?
No. Oh, Waylon.
Okay.
I don't know what I did there.
She's going to disengage, seeing how
Alright.
freaky this thing is.
Alright.
And rush back and duck behind Braun. Save me, Braun! But she'll also jump back out and one more pot shot. Since she can't.
She used her action to disengage.
Oh, you're right.
So.
You're right. Yeah, never mind.
So,
She'll start to take it back out.
Yeah. Jaskra?
Jaskra is like, hang on. No.
Oh.
Thunderwave him again.
Ooh, alright. So, is that a Constitution saving throw?
It is.
It's pretty good Constitution. That's a 12 plus 5. So
Okay.
It does not get pushed.
But
it will take half damage.
I will attempt to just back up.
The whole thing just jiggles like crazy, but it doesn't seem to hurt its structural integrity that much.
Yep, I'm going to back up. I'm going to let it take its opportunity on me.
Alright. That's a 6 plus... No.
Right.
You're moving... How many squares? I was...
Just like 3 or something.
Braun. Gil is short, so if you're doing some sort of ranged attack, you can do it over his head. It's okay.
Is this thing looking any smaller?
Yes, it's taking quite a bit of damage. So there's all kinds of holes in it and chunks off of it on the outside. It's still coming at you, but
Yep.
It's definitely taken a beating.
Boy. Okay, I guess we're not taking shelter in one of these rooms. I guess we're fighting it. All right. I'm gonna do a shatter centered right on it.
All right. That's a con save.
Yes.
11 plus 5, so that succeeds. It'll take... That's a pretty good hit. It takes 8 damage. That's a lot for a success. A successful save. This time, it's crazy. It doesn't actually send any goo flying, but deep in the section of the goo that hasn't been damaged yet, you see a little, like an underwater explosion where you just see this silvery orb that appears for a moment and then collapse inward.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
The shatter doesn't make it to the outside of its body, but it does hurt internally.
That's cool.
Gil is gonna, excuse me, come through. As he's going, he'll.
Oh, sick.
You know what? Before he moves at all, he's going to cast Witch Bolt. Something's wrong with this sheet. I can't scroll down. Won't let me scroll down. What's happening? Oh my god! I can't actually see the second one response. Okay, yeah, he's gonna cast Witch Bolt. Which I don't have. I haven't finished putting that in, so I'll just roll the attack anyway. Plus something. Does he have any other attack roll spell that I can test this out with? He does not. So, I'll just give him Thunder or Firebolt for this, just so that I can actually have the computer roll, because I don't remember what his attack bonus is for spells. That's a hit. It takes 1d12 damage. 2. But now there's a arc of electricity streaking over the battlefield, over everyone's heads. It's range 60 feet.
Is that Witch Bolt?
Yeah.
Cool.
Ooh, 30 feet, so actually he's gonna stay right there so that he can keep it. Yeah, keep it within 30 feet. Cube. Three. That's its full movement, and it's going to make one pseudopod attack. It moves as fast as Gil does. It will make a pseudopod attack at Jasper. That's 11 plus 4. That's 15.
Hits.
Alright, Snake Eyes at a 4, so 7.
7 damage?
6 acid damage to Jasper. There's no plus to that damage, right? It's just 3d6. Yeah, just 3d6. 3d6 acid damage. And it ends his turn there. Waylon. This thing is fast approaching.
Yeah, faster than I would have liked to admit. She will step further back, duck behind the prone body of this guy to get a better view of it and try to take a shot at it. Right past, hopefully past Jaskra.
She's left plenty of room in the hallway for everyone to get through.
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Wow. Wow. So that's 12 piercing damage. Good shot. It actually makes its way all the way through.
Nice. Whew.
Taking a bit of... It does this it hits and then its trajectory curves downward, and it comes right out the bottom and in the back. So it cuts this curving through the jello. And that tube left by the arrow remains.
Huh.
It's looking pretty bad.
Yep.
It's looking pretty hurt. Jaskra. Not as hurt as you though.
Yeah, I know. I gotta shoot. I've gotta disengage. Gotta be smart about it.
So much of its front has been chipped away that there's actually like an overhang reaching over top of you, and little chunks are falling on top of you.
Yeah,
so
well,
you disengage and run away.
Definitely. Do I have enough? Just enough to chug a health potion real quick.
Yeah, I usually do health potions as bonus actions. So yeah, you can chug that.
All right. I don't remember what that.
All right, which
counts
square are you? You're kind of between squares. Which one are you?
Oh, I am. Pick this one here, the closer one.
All right.
Yeah.
This is just inching the bodies off of the map. So.
Health.
Braun.
I am going to maneuver, bend under that crackling beam of energy from Gil, maneuver back this way toward Welland.
2d4 plus 2.
Is the brake alarm? Just try my.
I'll take 10.
And hit it with another bolt of think we almost got it. Nasty cube.
That's a hit. Yeah, you hit it right in the middle, and a lot of that overhang just collapses and rides down the slope of its front. It's like a crashing wave, but it's still alive. Gil.
Oh man.
He's gonna take 2 steps back. He can't break. He can't go around the corner because it's gonna. Yeah, it'll break the.
Concentration or something.
It'll break line. There needs to be a clear line between him and the cube to maintain Witch Bolt. So he'll. Well, you know, he can use his action. He's going to use his action to do Witch Bolt, and then he's going to break Witch Bolt by going around the corner. So it automatically takes 1d12 damage. Roll that. Another 2.
Witch Bolt is really good damage for a first level spell.
It is.
You just have to maintain that distance and line of sight.
Yeah. And my favorite part about it, for Gil specifically, is that I don't have to do, like, I don't have to, it's easy. I just cast it, and then on his turns, I don't have to decide what to do. I just roll a d12. So he's going to use his last square movement to step over here and break Witch Bolt. Cube. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna attack Jasper.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 5 plus 4. That doesn't hit.
It does not hit.
Does not hit. It looks really bad for this cube. Jasper or Willen.
Yep. Slide up to where I can get a clean shot again, realizing just how dangerous this thing is right up next to it, and how easy it is to actually hit. And hit.
Yeah, 4 damage. Something inside of this cube bursts, and a much less viscous liquid fluid pours all over the goo, and just like over your feet. You all like do a little dance, trying to step out of it,
Mm-hmm.
like backing out of the way as your shoes sizzle a little bit.
Yeah.
The goo like loses its animation kind of, and just falls
Ew.
into heavy chunks on the floor.
Wow.
Slowly, uh, slowly discoloring the stone beneath it.
In the drawing of a gelatinous cube, there's always like items kind of hanging
Right.
there. Is there anything like in this goo?
This one is empty. There's nothing floating around it, unfortunately. And I think we can take a break there.
All right. Wish me luck. I'm going to try to clip a cat's claws.
Lovely.
He keeps catching his one unclipped claw on the couch, and I'm like, okay, come on. This is ridiculous.
Reconvene in like 15 minutes.
Sure.
Okay.
See you.
Yep.
Okay.
That was easier than I thought. Just
Oh, good.
sat down, tackled him, said, "Here, give me that," and 5 seconds later.
We've got two cats, and they are completely different when it comes to giving them medicine,
Yep.
taking them to the vet, or anything. One is very violent in those situations. Or she's not so much violent anymore, as just like loudly. She protests a lot.
Gotcha.
The other one, the vet loves it because he when he gets nervous, he just freezes up completely. And becomes like one of those little wooden painting like models.
Yeah.
He goes around, like literally the vet can lift his paw up and his paw will remain there for like 2 full seconds before he puts it down.
Nice. That's basically how mine are. I mean, this one freaks out over everything, just wakes up and runs off, and I'm like, calm down. The other one that I just had to get rid of, he would just go limp. He's like, fine, I just give up.
I love that. It's not that.
Image. Create new image. How do I...
How badly injured does Gil look, having taken that dip into the cube?
He's a little hurt, but he's not too bad. He's 15 out of 23. So he's like a little over half.
Alright.
Is this gelatinous cube remains? Is it still acidic, or can we like walk across it?
At this point, you can walk over it safely. I wouldn't linger too long, but
Sure.
If any of us has like baking soda.
especially because the floor is a little wet anyway. It's kind of diluted at this point. I should also mention, when you came in, I was a little distracted by the fight that happened immediately, and then I forgot to describe anything, just because this whole beginning you were fighting something.
Yep.
The whole time. The ground is very damp. There's a steady stream of water trickling down the stairs and into the various rooms. Seems like water is always flowing into this place at a very slow but steady rate.
Oh.
This is a swamp, so it would stand to reason.
Yeah.
This place is seemingly in a constant state of flooding.
Yeah. Make sure that's running still. It is.
Sorry, I'm
No, you're
chewing.
good. You're good.
Yeah. So the walls and floor and ceiling are stone, but it's very old stone, and a lot of it at this point is just dirt. This place is old, but it's old and damaged to the point where it's hard to tell sometimes what is an old passage and what is a newly carved passage.
Yep.
It just has not been well kept at all. It's kind of a miracle that it's still like worth using this space instead of just taking a new one. It's pretty nasty down there. There's wooden supports supporting a lot of the tunnels. Even though they seem to be stone tunnels, they've collapsed and been dug out several times. A lot of the wood is slightly rotted.
Okay.
The air is damp.
I would like to spend 3 of my sorcery points to make a 2nd level spell slot.
Alright.
And then walking back to where we stashed our captive. Is he still there?
He is.
Okay. Using that spell set I just made, I would like to cast Detect Thoughts on the guy.
Alright. Surface thoughts are he was wondering what happened out there. Did the cube get them? And then he sees you and you hear fuck. And you're not sure if it was him speaking or the thought that you heard. Or both, but he's frustrated with the realization that you defeated the cube and not the other way around.
Okay.
But he is kind of a little bit resigned to the situation, hoping that you guys will either forget about him, leave him here, but you coming back in now his mind is running like, shit, I do have to get out of here. It's okay though. The reptile god will kill them. Or they'll join us.
Which way is it to the reptile god?
I don't know.
I removed the bit of rope that's guiding his mouth.
He spits at you. It doesn't spit on you, but he spits at you.
Sure.
He just retreats into the corner a little bit.
Did you hear me? Which way is it to the reptile god?
I would say if you dig deeper, he is kind of thinking of the answer. If you dig deeper, you'll find it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sure.
Is it a wisdom saving throw?
I forget. Let me pull it up and see. One of those multi-paragraph spells.
First of all, before you do that, I'll say, without even digging deeper, you get the sense that she is down.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't think you succeeded. You rolled an 8 plus 0.
Okay.
Yeah, I made a homebrew spell once with a pretty long description. People were always annoyed with it, and I always apologize. It was half the length of this at most.
Yep.
Yep.
Wisdom saving. Okay, so what was that wisdom saving
It had
throw?
8.
Oh, okay.
So he you see in your mind just sort of flashing through his head. He can't help but imagine the pathway as he decides not to tell you. You see a long, straight hallway down the stairs, straight ahead, through a large, arched room. You see a stone wall parting. A boat through a lake, a small underground lake. So you see a turn. You're not sure which way, but it's stone beneath your feet. A door opens. The troglodytes let you pass. Another door opens. The troglodytes let you pass. And then you descend down to the next level. That's what you see.
Wow. Okay.
So a long straightaway, and then there's somewhere where the stone parts for you. And then you take a boat over water. And at some point, there's some doors that the troglodytes let you through.
Okay.
And then you descend down some stairs.
You or him.
Right. Yeah. It's a first person sort of image. But...
Yep.
So detect thoughts goes on for another 40 seconds here. But I'm gonna actually shout out and pop my head out of the corridor here and ask if anyone else has any questions they want to ask the captain.
I don't.
You can feel in your mind he's frustrated and confused, like why are they still asking me questions? I'm obviously not going to answer. He has no idea that you're using microphone. Or does he?
It doesn't say that they're aware. For surface level thoughts, there's no way they know. And then if there's a chance that they would detect it on
if they succeed
on the deeper.
Right.
But
you do. His mind is racing. He's just thinking about all the things that are going to kill you. And one of the things he's imagining the other humans that are here, the lieutenants. You catch the name, and I'm not fucking with you. These are the names. Blaze Gobber.
I jerked my headphone cord out.
Oh yeah, I'm not shitting you. These are the names that you hear. Blaze Gobber. Hold on. I'm just trying to find them so that I definitely say them right. Where are you? Where is Blaze Gobber? Yeah, okay, so it's I believe it's Blaze Gobber. Here it is. Jarvis Inglar and Ben Griff. Those are the three lieutenants But they're not here. Shame. They would definitely finish these adventurers off. But at least they'll still have to contend with Galwin, the elf. And there, he shivers a little bit thinking about Galwin.
No.
Galwin, he thinks Galwin and that fucking snake. He shivers. He's scared of them, but he's happy that you're gonna have to.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, then, I'm, is, okay, that's all I can really think of to
All right.
ask the guy. Okay.
Yeah, he shakes his head a little bit when it wears off. He seems like he felt something, but he doesn't know what it is.
Well, we will, if we remember, we'll come back and bring you to the surface. Sleep well. Kind of close the door behind me.
Do I hear any of that? Because that's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I just started
If you'd like to.
laughing. I just started laughing. Do you think he would have wished us the same? I ask as you come back down the hallway.
All
Well, do you want to go in and kill him?
I do.
Fine, go ahead and kill him. I don't care.
Are you all continuing on?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, let's just continue on. What did he say? What did you find out?
Okay, well, I asked him how do we get to the snake god, and he said there was a long hallway, and then you kind of go.
There's like a large arched room with a
Yeah.
hole in the middle.
Yeah,
And then the stone parts.
stone parts, and there's a lake with a boat, then there's a couple doors with troglodytes, and another door with troglodytes, and
Yeah,
then
there's some bends in there. It stops being straight
okay,
before
Bends.
the troglodyte doors.
yeah, and then there is after the bend and the room with the troglodytes, we're getting really close to where the snake god is. There's a couple of tents.
You know there were stairs that led down. You weren't sure if those stairs led exactly to the. Well, I should let you have your assumptions.
Yeah, stairs. Stairs at some point along the way. The stocks were jumbled up. There's some lieutenants that are not here at the moment. I guess they're repairing the temple that we destroyed, maybe.
Someone
but-
we need to look out for, obviously.
Yeah, there is an elf somewhere here that he was scared of, but was happy that the elf was going to confront us. So keep your eyes out for an elf. I look at Jaska. You're a half elf.
Yeah, well, elves are a fairly diverse group.
Oh yeah,
We
can
come in
I
many
ask?
flavors.
Can I ask? Does Jaspera first of all, did Jasper grow up among elves or among humans?
I'm saying humans.
And if elves, okay, and then does he know, or does it matter to him at all what sort of like type of elves he kind of came from? Because if he wasn't really connected to that culture, it might not matter.
Yeah, kind of. I would say that he would be interested if it would benefit him. Like, if he walked into the middle of Rivendell, would he be treated friendly or not? And that kind of thing.
Now, so he looking at him, obviously, I would think wood elves, but you grew up as a hermit entirely separate from the culture of elves, so there's not really any reason you would be related to wood elves rather than high elves. What do you think?
I mean, if I kind of thought past my own idea of what his backstory is, or his short-term backstory is, I would imagine maybe an outcast of the Wood Elf clan, or something like that.
There are most of the elves in the Pocock area. I have decided, at least. I don't know about Raven, whatever it's called, whatever this setting is called. I've decided it's mostly wood elves and sea elves.
Okay.
Okay. And I don't believe you were a sea elf. You were part sea elf.
No.
So yeah. Well, where are you guys going, and what's your marching order?
What did you say he saw in his mind, Ron? Like the first part of it, because it's like if we go through this door, motion over to Waylon and Gil, or we just continue down this hallway is kind of, it looks.
There was a long hallway, and then there was like a turn, or like going down something. An arched hallway with a pool in it. Stone parting. There was a lake with boats. There was troglodytes, and that was how he sort of went through in his mind as I asked that.
Okay. All right. Well, let me duck down this way. It'll be a quick jog down and to peek around this corner. And I'll say I'll be right back, and I'll sprint down to the end of this long hallway. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 feet. There's a lot of hallways in this place. If we're going to go the most straightforward, that's probably I don't know.
Do you have a light source, Jasper?
You
have dark vision, but
I do, yeah, but I don't think so, unless my flame blade is still active.
Definitely.
Yeah, no. I have a torch. I could light a torch.
You all following?
I have a tinderbox as well, so I will light the torch.
Bran is gonna follow down. I'm not sure what Wellen and Gil are doing.
They'll follow. Gil will follow behind you. Wellen can follow.
Sure.
Back.
At half speed.
Is it half speed?
We should have brought the horse.
Oh, right.
We can't bring the horse. It did. You don't have any sort of, like, reanimate spells?
Make an insight check really quick as you look back over the Yeah. Gil, when you say that and look over, he looks behind himself like, like like you're looking back to see, does anybody have any reanimating spells? And you're joking, but he kind of plays along a little bit too much and like looks behind him at Waylon. He's definitely hiding something.
Okay. I'm kind of glare. Do I want to give it away? No, I think I'll leave it alone. All right. No, I don't glare. I'm like, oh. But I won't call him out on it. Yeah, let's continue on. I'm kind of... It's just...
You can move yourself anywhere that's like visible, and I'll try to keep up with uncovering stuff as you see it.
All right. Just...
Does anybody have a light source lit?
I do, yes. I took out
you
a
have a
torch. Yes. Yeah, I subtracted.
Bran is also going to conjure up some dense light that kind of circle his head.
Okay. There's plenty of them. Just move yourself somewhere, and I'll reveal accordingly.
What's behind this door?
You put your handle on it, and the handle does. Oh, there's no handle that turns. There's like a loop handle,
Mm-hmm.
and you push on it, and it. You're not sure if it's locked or if it's just. The door is very tight up against its frame. The wood is kind of swollen from the moisture, and it's kind of jammed a little bit from that.
I shove against it with my shoulder.
All right, make a. You know what? So you can take 10 on this, and just succeed on it, but it might take a couple tries, and it'll be loud, but you can.
Okay.
Bang, bang, bang. If you try to do it in the future, if you try to do this on a door quickly or quietly, you're gonna have to make a strength check.
Yeah, sure.
So it bursts open. Let me read what's in there.
A puddle of cross-hatched black lines. No.
6 gelatinous cubes. It is an empty room. There's a pile of mud in the far corner, slowly the wall is slowly eroding away in that bottom layer.
Oh.
But otherwise it is completely empty.
Okay.
Looks like a storage room of some kind, but empty.
Nothing. Carry on.
Okay. Well, this is a pretty long hallway. I look back up. I assume they're coming along as well. They're coming along as well, and
Gil has his hand on a healing potion. He doesn't want to take it yet, just in case. But
you a little bit worried there?
Is that the
I
one
mean,
gave him?
sure, yeah, you gave him a regular healing potion.
I did, yeah.
Yeah. Let's say it's that one. I mean, you guys can hear what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm. Somewhat.
Come on, take it right. Okay.
I turn back to Gil. You a little bit worried there? I'll cast resistance on him.
Oh, thank God. Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, a little jumpy. Yeah, he keeps kind of looking behind him at the seemingly empty hallway, but who can know at this point, given what happened at the beginning of last fight.
Yep.
You continue on.
Yep. Probably another empty room, eh?
I want to open all the doors.
All right.
Open them.
Bang, bang, bang. Oh my God! This reveal tool. I'm gonna refresh the page. Maybe that'll help me. I don't know why it defaults to. Empty.
Alright, fine. I don't want to open all the doors. Let's just go.
That's just the second one. Come on. Come on, old man.
Your shoulders a little sore, but it's fine.
What, you want me to thunder wave the next 3? I only have 2 more of those that I could do today. What in the world? Is this a puddle or a... I'll walk up to the edge of what looks like a pool.
Yeah, it's water. The ground slopes down a little bit, and the mud gives way to murky water.
That was a kind of a long hallway. What did you say about a boat?
Definitely a boat on a lake.
That's not a
That
lake.
Troglodytes. But that was after the stone parting. So we haven't seen stone parting.
Jasker, with your passive perception, you notice that this door over here is barred.
Yep.
On this side, with a wooden bar, and there's a scorch mark on the door in the shape of an X.
I'll back up. What? Kind of.
You just cut it out of the corner of your eye. So, yep, it's a fairly heavy wooden door. It's barred. The bar is visible. It's on this side.
Yep.
And there's a scorch mark X on the door.
The bar is on this side. That means we could unlock it. Let's... Do you want to pull this one open? Looks like it'd be more straightforward.
Yeah, maybe it's a captive that'll help us.
Always so optimistic. Alright. Maybe it's Explictica Defilis.
Why would they lock the door on Explictica Defilis?
Because it would make you want to open it. That's why. Perfect trap.
I should start pronouncing it correctly just to fuck everyone up and I'll start saying Explictica Defilis, which is apparently how most people say it. But it's not spelled that way, so I don't know what to think.
Well, I'm gonna muscle this bar up.
It's easy.
Yeah.
And you can open the door too.
Prop that lock aside and open the door and see what in the world. I'm gonna douse my torch. Just because.
All right.
Before I push the
relying on your dark vision, unless those dancing lights are still around your head.
I'm gonna cast dancing lights again as it expires.
Okay.
Thanks. I just put my torch out to avoid the lighting. Okay.
Right. I'll try to describe this room in a second. This is technically an arched chamber, although it's not the same one that Ron described. There's 4 thick stone columns supporting the arched ceiling, about 25 feet high. The high corridor leads, or the high room kind of leads into a high corridor on the far side of the room. The floor looks wet. You're attempting to go in stealthily?
I'm gonna be very stealthy about it. So much so.
Are you asking Braun to put the lights out?
No.
Okay.
The hang on. I need to set my rope to 0 because it's not there. I'm going to take my quarterstaff and I am going to use it kind of as a walking stick.
All right.
Reaching as far ahead of me as possible.
Oh, yeah.
As the spirit of Rocco
resonates
in my head. I'm like,
acid like a 5.5 foot pole.
Come on, no acid pit. Clunk. Just kind of hit it against the stone slabs before I follow.
Okay. So you can move your character name. You don't hit any. Nothing seems to change as you're poking the stone ahead of where you step.
Oh, what was I thinking? Jehovah begins with an I. Yeah, it's just gonna be like a blind guy probing the ground ahead of him. As I mean, I can see fine, but at the same time, I just kind of
you can see the entire.
Being extra cautious.
Yeah. The columns seem pretty well made, like possibly marble, but they're filthy and old.
No ambient light in here?
No, none.
Alright. Come here, Braun. Bring those lights with you.
Is it safe?
Well, seems to be at least this far in. I'll kind of shuffle my way a little bit deeper in. I need to see these columns, and I'll kind of just step over close to one and try to look at it closely.
They're pretty simple. They have a very, very simple geometric kind of vertical design, but it's nothing too elaborate. It doesn't symbolize anything.
Mm-hmm.
They're not marble. They're some sort of dark stone granite.
Okay.
This isn't the hallway that the guy saw in his memory.
No, but it looks more interesting than empty rooms with puddles in the corners.
That's true.
You do actually start to hear something down this hallway, Jasper. Aside from the distant dripping water. You can kind of hear... It kind of sounds like a human voice.
Hang on. My voice will drop to a whisper, and I'll kind of tiptoe up past this.
Stop and listen.
Yep.
It kind of sounds like singing. There's a very faint human voice singing.
Yep.
It's like there's just this faint, like feminine kind of voice that's singing in this sort of opera fashion. It's very lovely. Make a wisdom saving.
Saving throw?
Yes.
Okay. I'm good at those.
Yeah. It's a beautiful song, and for a moment you feel this urge that you have to get closer. You have to hear it. You have to hear this song. You have to get closer, and you still kind of feel that way, but you're not forced to. Mm-hmm. But like your body almost just involuntarily walks towards the song. But as you step forward, your foot hits the murky water here, and it just kind of snaps you out of it a little bit.
Jaskra, where are you going? Jaskra.
The song gets a little bit louder. I need Braun and Waylon to make wisdom saving throws as well.
Right.
And Gil. I'll roll for Gil.
Wisdom. Ah, she's good at wisdom as well, but she fails entirely.
Ooh. Braun. All right. Waylon starts. Well, how much health right. Waylon walks into the room and is like, "What is that sound?" Jaskra, what is that?
Shh. I don't know, but I don't trust it.
It sounds beautiful.
Do I see her coming?
Jaskra, stop her!
I'm trying to. I'm gonna head her off and grab her as soon as I can.
She's like, kind of half-heartedly pushes you away for a moment.
Nope.
To get past, and then you keep trying, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And then with an alarming amount of force, she just tries to violently push you aside and run into the hallway. So I need you to make the grapple check contested, please.
Yep.
Why don't you roll both of those? Because I have to open her sheet up.
Okay. That's
for
Jaskra. And she's doing a strength. Oops.
All right, yeah, you hold her for a moment.
Man. I'm trying to look through my inventory on something I can use to plug her ears forcibly.
Alright. I think this counts for there's this weird clause in the effect that she's under that I'm going to make a ruling that this counts. So have her make another wisdom saving throw.
Alright. Wisdom saving.
There's a thing in here that she gets to make another wisdom saving throw before entering a harmful area, before entering to walk off a cliff or something. She gets to make another save before doing so. So I'm going to say you holding her back counts as one of those situations. And she actually succeeds.
Okay.
And you kind of shake her a bit, and she's still kind of wants to follow the song, but isn't forced to anymore, and isn't going to fight you on it. She's like, okay. What? And then just kind of stop talking. You all still hear the song, and it is lovely, but none of you are forced. Make an Arcana check. Anyone who's proficient. Anyone who's proficient in Arcana can make a check. Which...
be probably...
I'll roll for Gil, because he's proficient. Yeah. He says... He suddenly steps forward, and he's like, "Everyone back through the door. Everyone back through the door now."
That's...
Waylon, Jaskra, come on.
That's authoritative enough. I'll grab Waylon by the hand and drag her away.
Yeah. She kind of looks back longingly at the music, where the music is coming from. Gil closes the door and bars it again. Says, "Well, we know what that X is for." Yeah.
I don't.
You can very faintly hear the music a little bit if you're right up against the door, but it's not enough to affect you. The door blocks the music. You never heard any stories about like sailors singing, hearing that luring song?
I'm a
You
wood
crash
elf,
on the
not a
rock.
sea elf. How would I know? No.
It's no good, is what it is.
Yeah. Gotcha. Right. We're after snake gods, not fish gods.
Maybe they threw prisoners in there and let whatever that was eat them.
Yeah. Weird of them to bar it off, though, right? It's no threat to them. I mean, they lit a cube, around unguarded. That thing, he runs his finger along the X. Well,
different way then. All right. You had the vision, Braun. I'd say you lead from now on, since you know kind of where you're supposed to be going.
I know like little bits and pieces of the path. I don't know the whole.
But if you recognize it, you'll recognize it.
That's true. Come along, whippersnappers and Gil.
Oh, I had an idea, but that's not.
it wasn't, by the way, it wasn't necessarily a long hallway as much as just a long straight.
Yep.
A long straight.
Yep.
Mm.
We're not going to walk through this puddle over here. All right. I'll follow. Taking Waylon by the hand, making sure she stops listening to merfolk.
Gil will take up the back, although he looks a little nervous about it.
I'll kind of hang back. I'll kind of hang back and say, "You sure you don't know how to reanimate your horse?"
Look, I don't have it today, but I might be able to do something if you think it's important.
All right.
He looks a little nervous about saying it, but yeah, he does have animate dead.
Nice.
Just not prepared. All right, let me reveal that hallway. You have your dancing lights, I assume, Ron? So you can see.
Yeah.
More deep water, or not?
Yeah, this is mud.
Okay.
Is there any recent tracks in the mud?
Make a survival check. Let me see if there's any recent track. Yes, there's some human-looking tracks coming to and from. Not a lot, but some. You don't see anything else necessarily. You with the 14, yeah, you do also see some troglodyte tracks, but also not very many. Less even than the human tracks.
Okay.
You know what? There's one more thing that you see, and the only reason you recognize it is because Jaskra turns into it sometimes, but it's almost like weasel tracks, but they're a little bigger than normal.
I only turn into it in my spare time because weasels aren't particularly effective at anything.
But that's what you see. You see some human tracks, even less troglodyte tracks, and one set of giant weasel tracks.
Okay. plunge into the mud here.
And they're all going straight through. None of them seem to pay any mind to the pool of water just off the path.
Okay.
This path kind of intersects with a small natural cavern, but it's mostly just a pool of mud at this point.
All right.
Pool of muddy water. Yeah, it's half movement going through the mud, which doesn't matter right now because you're not in a fight. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I slog through, slog. Since none of the tracks are curving towards the pool, I'm going to ignore it now, but what's around?
Door at the end of the hallway and a longer hallway continuing this way.
Oh, hang on. I'll go grab Gil. And just
Sorry. I've been
toss him over
forgetting
my
to move.
shoulder. Here, let me help you across the mud.
I keep forgetting to move him. I'll just give you Gil control. It's just going to be so much easier. You're not going to be able to control him in a fight, but you know all of the shit you can do at this point, and it'll just be easier moving around this place.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any secrets on his sheet at this point. Some of the stuff I have, some of the
Scamper.
okay. Some of the stuff he has, I'm not actually updating his rules. But I think I actually got rid of that cantrip. Let me get rid of that right now because he doesn't actually have that's what it was. 1d8, not 2d6. It's not a DC 14, that's too high. DC 12. Well, it's a high. I'll split the difference, 13. Alright. So yeah, you can move it now. Alright. Past the door down the hallway. Then we can go over that.
Wellen's like, hey, don't we want to see what's in here? And she'll push against this door.
Yeah. It is locked. It's not stuck. It's definitely locked this time. In fact, you can see a keyhole on the door.
Yeah. Okay.
Somebody has thieves' tools, right? I'm not trying to hint towards something. I just remembered. Didn't somebody take?
I do
take,
not.
I do not.
Okay, I thought you took Diego's thieves' tools. Never mind. It doesn't matter. I just said it because I remembered. Oh yeah, didn't Brown take? No. Right. Yeah, it's locked. It's a wooden door, but it's locked.
She grumbles and continues on.
I send my dancing lights up to the north to see where this passageway goes.
Mm-hmm. Wait up!
The reveal tool is doing that thing. You recognize this room.
Oh.
This is the arched room that you saw.
Oh.
The stone tiles sag down in the middle, and mud has pooled in the middle there. One of these columns is crooked and leaning inward.
Okay.
Is this it? Oh, I'll kind of come up behind you and squint in.
Yeah.
I don't recognize it.
It looks like it. Yeah, this arched room with pillars and a pool in the middle. Yeah, this this was one of the spots that the guy remembered. Okay.
And also, as you're stepping in, make a perception check.
Sure.
Go ahead. Go on. I gotta use passive perception roll because it's. I don't know. This is kind of funny. Go on.
Nothing there? I'll step in after him.
You could pass it. There's a giant weasel here that, upon seeing all of you, it hisses. It didn't hiss immediately. He was like staying really still, and then you came in. There's more people, and it hisses, and it kind of its back stands up straight, and it just hisses and like stands its ground, backs up a little bit.
Oh, that's so cute.
I'll try to hiss back and turn into a weasel, but obviously I can't.
So make an intimidation check. Not turn.
I'm not good at intimidation at all.
It runs away.
Cute.
It's dragging what looks like a fish that clearly wasn't caught here because this is just
A puddle.
this is just mud.
Okay.
It runs away this way, carrying its fish.
Hmm.
with it. It was about Wayland sized, I think.
Giant.
The weasel. Not the-
Yeah. No, she.
Yeah, no, a giant weasel is not giant per se. It's giant for a weasel.
And for a halfling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, it's a medium creature. It's like a little bigger than a.
Okay.
It's like gill sized.
Right. So which way? I ask. Through the mud or around the mud or?
I vote for around the mud,
Okay.
and then we'll.
This lofty room has a ceiling 15 feet over the floor, supported by 6 stout columns. 6?
I see 4.
I see 4, yeah.
I see 4 too.
I
Maybe they're
see.
invisible.
I don't know what they're talking about. They're supported by 4 stout columns of unadorned wood. The pool of mud in the center will reduce movement by... Okay. I thought that was going to be a more interesting description. You move around the mud.
Yep.
Towards the other side.
And then the guy mentioned something. The guy thought something about like stone pudding, and I don't know if that was in this room or somewhere further down.
You know it came after this room.
Okay.
At some point after this room. Maybe not immediately, maybe one.
Hey, Jaska,
Mm-hmm.
you were good with dealing with that weasel. Why don't you go first? We know it went this way.
Down this way.
Buddy, old pal. Yeah.
Hang on. Yeah, I could see. There's bodies up ahead.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if I would just recognize the room outright.
I mean, you see light coming down the staircase.
Is that the staircase we came out of?
Just. Yeah, Jaska, that's where we fought. Those are our bodies.
Those aren't your bodies. Oh no, it's our bodies. It's us.
Gil immediately takes a long rest and then recasts. No. Wait a sec. I'm confused. I will go up and just like walk up and. Oh. Well, we just came in the wrong way. That's all.
I will say, Jasper, if you're looking for minions to follow you around, you do have a blessing that lets you do that.
True. Oh, hang on. Shoot, I just hit a. I need to turn off my bookmarks bar. I never use it, and it always gets in the way.
Yeah, I use mine, but it also gets in the way at least as much as I use it. So.
All right. Well.
Sorry, I was sending a message. So yeah, where are you guys going next?
I'll come back down the hallway, kind of grumbling to myself, looking sideways to see if there's any like hidden exits or something like that.
There's a door on the far end.
Okay. But I'll re-enter the arched room. Well, that was where we started. That's where we came in. What kind of visions did you see in that kid's mind? I'm so confused. I know, but it seems like you're just leading us back to where we start. I'll walk back around the pool. Peer up the hallway.
I will say you're not 100% sure, but this could be the straightaway.
Mm-hmm.
This long, like down the stairs, through this hallway, through the wide arched room. That's probably the straightaway.
Yeah.
And then past this room, there's something where stone parts. That kind of makes sense, sort of.
Does it? Does it now? Show me where the wall parts. I'll just sort of stomp my way through to where I haven't been yet.
Well, I don't know. Maybe right here, and I run my hand over the wall right here.
Okay. Hold on. I'm trying to get this working up. All right, you're investigating the wall.
Yes.
Make an investigation check.
That would make sense.
Area. You run your hand against the wall. You tap your staff against it a little bit. You press your hand against it, and you will it to open. Nothing happens.
All right. Maybe to this wall.
Make an investigation check, just running along this whole kind of stretch of wall. Ow! You catch your finger on a sharp rock.
God damn it.
I'll roll my eyes at that.
Yes! Sorry. Yes, a knock at my door.
What did you find, Jaska?
Just more hallway. Yeah, I'm not good at investigation either.
Gil sees you two just running there.
Arguing with each other as we walk down the hall. Is this familiar to you? I ask as I walk through and check out this corner.
Not particularly.
I'll step back. This is why I told you you need to go first, because you recognize things.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Oh, golly.
To the north, to the south. Ooh. Is this mud to the south?
It is mud to the south and water to the north.
What's in the mud direction?
Alright, is anybody following you?
Yes, hold on.
Everybody? Alright, you can move Gil at this point, so why don't you move him to follow?
Can I? Oh, I can. Cool.
We'll see what's. I forgot to print out this part of the book because I just didn't for the first half of the adventure. What's that, number 5? It's just an area of thick mud. This west side of the wall seems to have collapsed, and just opened up a larger area and completely covered the stone floor. So it's just sort of it's a cave-in that ended up opening up more area than closed.
Trudge through the mud.
Just go up.
I'll come up behind you and push you down. Oh,
Hey!
excuse me.
Whippersnapper. I could beat you in a fight. Maybe.
Oh, could you?
Maybe.
You're gonna have to beat like 2 bears in a fight.
Not today, though. I've used up my 2 bears.
Okay.
Wellen steps on all the dry areas to try not to sink in too deep. Yeah. Where's that? He's over here.
Gil moving through this area is frustratingly slow.
Yeah.
Because for you guys, it's like it's up to your knees in this room. For him, it's up to his waist. It's like up to his belly button almost.
Yeah, he keeps
And
scrambling
Wayland
up.
too, but Wayland's got the muscle to kind of push through. He's just struggling.
Yeah, I'll step back and like offer him the end of my staff to climb up.
Yeah, it helps. This isn't in the rules anywhere, but I kind of like the idea that you can lend somebody your movement if you're helping them through an area. Like, take off 5 movement of your own, give it to them.
Right.
Kind of makes sense because you're keeping pace with them, letting their pace be faster, but yours is slower.
Sure.
It just seems kind of realistic and also elegant in terms of like mass. So yeah, there you see a door to the south, and the path descends into water east.
Anything familiar? I call up ahead.
Subterranean water. Could be different. Be the same. You're not sure. You just remember a boat going through a subterranean water.
I'm gonna splash around in the water and kind of go this way a little bit.
All right.
Oh, I wanted to push you in.
Near the edges, it's pretty shallow. You can walk along the edges, but as it goes towards the center, it starts getting deeper, so you may have to swim.
Oh.
If you're keeping to the edges, you're able to walk at half the movement, and not considered swimming.
There's no swimming skill requirement, is there?
No.
There's athletics if you're swimming in difficult conditions.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure if that was like a thing we had to be proficient in order to not drown or something. If the water's deeper than such and such. Alright, where are you going? Come back. Oh wait.
You guys following?
Gil, you're Gildamir's like, oh golly. Get in there. Clean off.
There's a passage to the south. Maybe it looks familiar.
Gildemir proves to be an amazing swimmer.
Reveal these areas.
Wellen does as well. Can she make a spirit check? Is this...
She can make nothing, because this is an attack roll. What's your AC?
Hers?
Yes.
I think it's 16. Dang.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say 10, but holy cow.
Yeah.
She's better than me.
Yeah, she does not get bitten by the crocodile or the alligator that swims up underneath. Nobody had passive high enough. What's the light source here? It's the dancing lights?
Dancing lights. And I have dark vision. I don't know if anybody else does.
Right. Gildemir does. I don't think Wayland does. But she has dancing lights too to see with. So yeah, she is not attacked, or she's attacked but it doesn't hit. Now roll initiative.
Oh my gosh, Gil, what are you doing?
I'll roll for Gil. I'm still doing Gil in combat.
Yeah, you didn't give us his sheet, so just his token.
Yeah, I think I actually did, but only so that I could give you movement permission.
Oh yeah, you're right. Oh, he's up here in the NPC list. Yeah, what is the rule on a tie? Monsters go first?
Higher dexterity goes first.
Okay.
I was going to put the crocodile last, just so all of you were going in one unit, but then Wayland's is actually lower, so I'll follow the dexterity rule.
All right.
And put the crocodile first. Alright, so yeah, suddenly there's a lot of movement in the water as this alligator pops up, and so does the other one, knowing that the jig is up.
Wayland ducks.
What does Jaskra do?
Let's see. What do I have? That's not good. And I'm out of morphs. I'm out of animal form. What's this range? 90? Or casting time, one action. Shoot. Oh, that would have been a good one. I'm going to cast Entangle from the shoreline.
Alright. That can hit both of them, right?
You should be able to, yes.
And,
I don't.
yes.
I don't.
Yeah, you can use it.
20-foot square.
20-foot square. I'll draw that.
Oh, I've lost it.
I'll draw it in green for you.
All right.
20 feet. Yeah, so each of these cubes is 10 feet, so it should be like that, right?
I believe so.
So, we have it here.
Yep.
Or here.
That would be the. Let's go with that one there. Just line it up. It looks cooler.
Alright. So they win it. Hold on. A creature in the area when you cast a spell must succeed on a strength saving throw. They're pretty strong. It's a 19, so the one in front succeeds. That's an 11 plus 2. That's a 13.
Yeah, you have to beat a 13.
Yeah. So both of them save for now.
Okay.
Or wait. Creature in the area when you cast a spell. So it's difficult terrain.
Let's just say kelp plants rise out of the water and tangle their tails and wind around.
But they don't get to save again, right? They just the spell is moot. Except for the difficult terrain part.
When you cast the spell, then you're restrained or not.
Yeah. Okay, so they both save. It's a shame. Yeah, neither of them are captured by it. Do you do anything else?
I'll jump in and start swimming.
Alright.
But not quite come up to them, just because.
Half movement. Also, by the way, if you can either swim in the center, or if you're within like 5 feet of the wall, you can walk at half movement.
Oh.
And there are some minor differences in terms of rules for like swimming versus wading.
Okay.
Very minor.
Yeah.
Are you there, or are you good?
I am going to stick with where he's at right now.
Okay. Did I skip someone? I skipped Braun.
Well,
Braun.
okay. Braun is going to spin around at Welland's shriek and see the alligator try to bite at her. And he's gonna do a magic missile towards the alligator that is attacking Welland.
Alright. Roll that d20.
Oh gosh, we completely forgot about that.
It's okay. We don't actually have to do it each time.
Yeah.
It's just fun to randomly hear roll a d20.
Is that 11 damage total?
Yes.
Alright. Is that it?
Yeah, he's gonna stay there.
Crocodiles. Oops, I grabbed the... So the north one will make an attack against Waylon. That's a 12 plus 4. Is it plus 4?
She's a 16.
Yep, so that hits. That's a 16. So she'll take 2d10 plus 2. Ooh, that's a lot. 10 damage, and she is grappled.
Alright.
That's for Gil. That's 8 plus... No, that's a 12. That just misses. So he's not hit or grappled. Whoops. Gil is going to oh fuck, half movement. He's gonna disengage. I'll round up for him, because otherwise he'd only get one movement. And he'll go there. Sorry. Waylon, what does she do? She can attack, but she'll have disadvantage because she's swimming, and also I think she's restrained.
I would try to break free, I think.
Athletics or acrobatics.
Neither of which she has, so I'll just give her a strength, yeah.
Nope. Still grappled.
Shoot.
Jasper.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger, swim through the water, kind of like Schwarzenegger style with it in my teeth, and I'll come at this one.
Alright, disadvantage because you're swimming.
Yeah.
No. Fortunately, no. Skin is too tough, and you just can't get a good wind up in the water.
Right.
Braun.
Fireball towards the closest alligator. Whoa. Does that hit?
Yeah. 7 damage.
A snapper!
You have experience with this. You know that the situation Waylon's in can go bad fast.
Yep.
This crocodile is going, or this alligator is going to death roll. Make an attack against Waylon with advantage.
Yeah.
That's, yeah, it's a 15 plus 4. That hits. So she'll take 9 piercing damage.
Yep.
This one's gonna make a perception check. Oh yeah. Your stomach drops, Braun, as it turns towards you, and like a killer whale, like leaps up on shore and tries to grab you with its head sideways. It's a 14 to hit.
That hit.
Yeah, you're grappled. You take oh my god. 16 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And it will at half movement take 1 square of movement back and try to pull you into the water.
Damn.
Ew. Oh, so standing up now. He's gonna... yeah, you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna get out a potion. It's in a black bottle. And he takes a big swig, and it does not look like it tasted very good. But something about him changes. His armor kind of lifts up a little bit on his body, like his arms have gotten a little bit bigger, and his jaw comes forward a little bit, and he grips his staff, takes his 2 steps this way. His voice is a little deeper. He goes, and whacks this thing. His strength is now, for a little bit, 21. Oh wait, I have to read all that because I forgot to use it. So it's now, I have to do this more. It's yeah. Yeah, so it's a 15 to hit with the staff. That hits. And he deals 15 bludgeoning damage to this crocodile. Yeah, he has +7 to damage now with this +2 magic staff. So this crocodile is dead.
Wow.
Oh my god.
And I'm just going to delete it because it sinks.
Yep.
At the end of his turn. Waylon.
Waylon's going to try to break free again.
Alright. No. She inhales a bunch of water and starts coughing. It's bad.
Yeah.
Jasker.
Jasker's going to cast Thunder Wave again.
The crunch from that staff was nasty.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
While you guys were away, he made a potion of hill giant strength.
Wow.
Thunderwave. All right. Constitution saving throw.
Mm-hmm.
Natural 1.
Woo.
Whoa.
So we shove it
Now
back
it
10
is.
feet.
It is not only grappling but restraining Waylon. So unfortunately, it pulls
She gets
Waylon.
dragged with, yeah.
Yeah. You are at least out of there right now. And it takes 11. Oh no, it's dead. Never mind. yeah, man. Between the potion strength and that spell, you pulled this one out of the fire.
Yeah. Speaking of potions, I'm going to swim after her, grab her, like she's probably fairly close to unconsciousness, and just upend one of my health potions into her mouth.
Yeah. She takes it and drinks the rest of it after coughing up a little bit of it.
So what is it?
But, yeah.
2d6 plus 2?
2d4 plus 2.
Alright. And it's the worst she could have, but it's something.
What do you say?
She's not dead, but...
On the other side, now that you've got a straight view of it,
Man.
you can see a boat very neatly.
Yeah.
The boat!
We keep picking the back route. That's basically what I'm seeing.
I think we should end there. So it's been about 4 hours, right?
5. Well, if we
4
started
hours.
4 hours.
We started at 3. We also took a 20-minute break.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, we did start an hour early.
Do you want to go a little bit longer, or?
I'm fine with quitting now. I've got to jump up.
Aww.
Man.
All right. It's good. You quit at an intersection.
Well, at least
I'll put you
we're
here.
at least we're back to Bronze Vision quest.
Correct.
Back on it.
All right. Good session. I'm glad I can. It's fun to run an old dungeon like this.
Yeah, I imagine.
I've never gotten to use a gelatinous cube before.
That was cool.
Man.
I was really happy with that.
That is fun.
Lake with a boat, then trout, then trout. Okay. See, I told you guys we were going the right way.
Yeah, but we went the wrong way because we could have had a boat the whole time.
Well, we all survived, so it worked out.
Wait, where's Diego?
We killed him.
Oh, Diego.
Gil's like, you
Sorry,
were right when
bringing
you
it
said
up.
that this is pretty normal. To
And Robbie.
Waylon. And Waylon's like, told you.
Alright. I'm gonna go get some more water. Let's see you guys maybe next week.
All right.
Alright.
Like that.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right. And title. Take care, Sean.
You too. Yeah.
Fun session.
Oh yeah.
Nice,
Real fun.
nice to have just a flat-out dungeon crawl.
Yeah. Yeah.